Okay, it's time for a little chat on this beautiful Monday morning. Let's see over here, this is called Mexican petunia. They have just spread, I don't know what was in this area except for this bucket right here that, who knows, put all my rocks sitting over there where there were daylilies. Daylilies, honeysuckles starting to yellow up in the big garden, and the backyard with all the shit or the holes. So, anyhow, like I said, just wanted to, some of my azaleas, not everything's in full bloom, but, anyhow, I wanted to know if any of you have ever driven the Alcan Highway. That's the Alaska-Canada highway. It's been many, many years since I went down that road, and it was 1,200 miles, I believe, of dirt road. And the trip from when we left Naperville took us like 10 days to get up there to Anchorage. What we went took us 10 days to get to Anchorage. Anyhow, the Alcan Highway is like, you have a milepost that you follow because it tells you where there's any place you can get gas, food, anything, which back then, in the old days, you didn't have that many places. And like I said, it was a dirt road. They put water on it to make it muddy because the rocks would fly up and hit your windshield or your oil pan or whatever. So you'd have to have your car, before you started it, have things done to your car to protect it a little bit. Anyhow, Howard and I got transferred up to Anchorage, to Elmendorf. And one town we went through, there was only one town that had any pavement in the town. And it's a very long, tiring drive, or at least it used to be. It's probably 4-lane like an interstate now. But my bush here, my butterfly bush, I've got a few of them coming up, and these flowers out here, they're just really doing great. And I wish this stupid holly would go away, or ivy, I mean. But anyhow, and that looks really good, my black, I've been digging in there. But anyhow, after so long of, you couldn't put your windows down. Of course, this was September when we went up there, but you couldn't put the windows down in the car or anything because of all the dirt and dust. And we were probably getting close to Alaska. I don't know for sure what mile we were at. But I told Howard, I said, I can walk faster than you can drive. Try going 35 miles per hour for 1,200 miles. Especially with me and Howard in the same car together. But anyhow, he stopped the car, and now this is my peony bush. I bet nobody in Ohio has ever seen one this tiny. This is as big as it ever gets. Never had a bud. Anyhow, he stops the car and tells me to get out. Of course, it's very dry weather up there, and it's boonies. I mean, it's boonies. And anyhow, I got out, and he took off down the road. And at first, I kept laughing because I couldn't believe it. Well, anyhow, all I did was pray that nobody else came down the road and saw this crazy person walking down the Alcan Highway. But, of course, somebody did come past, and I was just, that was embarrassing, but they didn't stop, and Howard stopped like a mile, at least it seemed like a mile, up the road from where he dropped me off, and it's very dry up there. And by the time I got to the car, I was freezing my butt off, and he was just sitting there waiting. And so I guess if you tell somebody you can walk faster than what they can drive, you might expect those little consequences. But anyhow, that's just one of the little tidbits on the Alcan Highway. Also, when we did stop, we slept in the car just about every night. And we stopped at one, like a bed and breakfast type thing that only had a few places for somebody to sleep. We went in there to brush our teeth, and we had to use napkins to be able to open up the car doors because the doors, there was that much thick mud on the car doors handles. So, anyhow, talk to you later. Bye-bye. Hope you enjoyed my flowers.